Hello, and welcome to Ms. PM Reads Christian Content, where we are continuing in the book Abscond. And in our last video, Lyzee is getting ready to meet Milo for her 18th birthday date. All right. The silky material flowed through Lyzee's fingers as she positioned the dress over the end of her bed. She collected her makeup bag along with her laptop and lugged them to the bathroom. Warm water filled the tub, and the two bath bombs erupted on contact, spewing bubbles along the surface. Lyzee inhaled the sweet scent of vanilla and brown sugar, prepared to release the stress of the day. Lyzee dried her hands before she opened her computer and settled it on the shelf over the sink. With a few clicks, she was connected to Kiana's YouTube channel. She scrolled, scanning the saved titles until her cursor stopped on "Get Ready With Me." Lyzee giggled aloud when Kiana's hand slipped, leaving a smudge of mascara across her nose. She reevaluated the grasp on the wand in her own hand, not intending to make the same mistake. After Lyzee applied the final coat of mascara, she blotted the pink nectar lipstick onto a tissue and focused on the reflection in the mirror. A stranger stared back. The sound of the doorbell made her jump, and she dropped the makeup bag, dumping the contents onto the bathroom floor. Lyzee's wide eyes flew to the clock hanging on the wall. It wasn't time. She still had 2 hours. A sound escaped Lyzee's tight vocal cords, something between a laugh and a cry, as she stepped over the $10 broken container of shy pink powder dusted over the grungy linoleum. She peeked through the faded curtain, propping open a hole in the blind, and stared at the red truck parked directly in front of the house. Unable to move, she stood with her mouth agape. A tall, lanky guy stood on the stoop, his finger on the doorbell. Lyzee's heart skipped a beat with each insistent ring of the bell. Could this possibly be Milo? She could hear the impatience in his voice, which called her name. Making a quick assessment, she looked down at her robe and rubbed sweaty palms against the thin material. If she hurried, it would only take a few minutes to slip down the hall to her room and get dressed. She opened the bathroom door, and the agitated voice boomed through the closed front door. "I'm just going to leave. I must have the wrong house." The man, who must be Milo after all, yelled. Lyzee ran to the door and threw it open without looking at him. Her cheeks burned hot. She tugged at the robe as if repositioning the tattered cotton would make it less hideous. He was wearing a pair of black leather sneakers embossed with gold letters. "Arigato," it read. To her surprise, the shoes advanced, and Lyzee's eyes rushed up to meet his. His hand came up, and Lyzee's mouth opened. The pressure against her lips muffled her scream. "I'm going to let it go," the man said. "Who are you? Get out," she yelled. Lyzee struggled to get distance from him, moving backwards with jerky steps until her feet got tangled and she fell. He towered over her, his eyes wild and his face old. He must be at least 40. She stared in horror. Her body refused to move. "Is your mom here?" he yelled. Lyzee's eyes burned from not blinking. She shook her head. The motion dislodged a stream of tears. "It's okay, Lyzee. My name is Milo." His voice dripped in a newfound tenderness. She could feel the creases form on her face. Why would he say that? Lyzee crawled backwards, and she wanted his lies to stop. She wanted to get up and run, but her legs refused to cooperate. "Just give me a chance, beautiful. I can explain." Lyzee's voice erupted with a guttural snarl. "Get out." "I can't do that. I've been the one you've been pouring your heart out to. I know about Rory and how alone you've been since you lost her, Milo said. At the mention of Rory's name, Lyzee bristled. I'm the guy from Troutville. I talk to you at night and comfort you when you're scared. I distract you when your mom has company over. I have listened to you cry when your mom has disappeared and you don't know if she'll make it back from one of her binges. Tears stung Lyzee's eyes at the realization she had not been revealing her innermost self to an 18-year-old senior in high school like her. She stared through him, the thoughts swirling in her brain of what she had done, sickening her. Why did you do this? I was too afraid to tell you the truth, Lyzee. I fell for your wit and especially your beauty. You are the prettiest woman I have ever seen. I couldn't risk you not giving me a chance just because of the age difference. Without taking her eyes off him, Lyzee stood. She readjusted the flimsy material that hung on her body and folded her arms across her chest. He was tall, his cologne enticing. It was spicy with a hint of citrus. She chided herself silently for noticing. I thought if you just got to know me, you'd realize it was okay. I made the trip here to see you. Come on, beautiful. Give me a chance, he replied. She jutted her chin out in Milo's direction and blurted the question that blurred in her mind. Exactly how old are you? He didn't look at her. A red glow appeared on his neck that slowly rose to his face. Lyzee could feel the tension in her face fade. She seized the moment and really looked at him, taking in his slim physique and the shock of dark brown curls on top of his head. The lines etched around his eyes crinkled. And to Lyzee's horror, his lips unfolded to reveal a perfect Colgate smile. Her face burned, unsure of how long he had been looking at her. It's not right, a girl as beautiful as you, not to be loved. I want to be someone you can count on. I hated lying to you, but I was scared of being rejected, Milo said. Lyzee patted her hot cheeks with her fingertips. I have waited a long time to meet you. Do you think I could get a hug? Milo asked. She closed her eyes. The familiarity in his voice soothed her soul. His scent invaded her space, and at his touch, her knees went weak. Lyzee's mind filled with static. He was too close. She couldn't think. I need to finish getting ready. You can have a seat on the couch. Lyzee fought the urge to skip down the hall. She felt Milo's gaze following her. With her back turned to him, the smile she had wrestled in his presence suddenly ignited her face. She stepped into her room and spun around to close the door. Lyzee's hair swished around her shoulders from the sudden movement. Goosebumps replaced the giddiness. She felt resistance. It wasn't closing. And then she saw the black sneakers with gold lettering. Arigato. Oh boy. Okay. Lyzee's not in a good spot right now. Okay. Well, you'll have to come back and see what happens. I do have a feeling it might get worse before it gets better, but it is a Christian fiction, and I know it's going to turn out fine. All right, you guys. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.